with Sue.
Skip, when did you realize that Ndamukong Suh wasn't going to apologize or make peace? Didn't Ndamukong Suh step on Aaron Rodgers' calf at some point in time? Has he apologized for that act? So the likelihood, it's okay, Skip. Look, you did what you did. You don't come, I mean, that's probably been 7, 8 years, maybe even longer than that, Skip. And we haven't had our come to Jesus meeting, our come to peace meeting. The likelihood of that happening now, Ndamukong Suh is just built differently. He's wired differently. He's not trying to be anybody's friend if you're not on his team. Aaron, let it go. let it go. I mean, hey, I understand that you want to, you don't want any bad blood, but Ndamukong Suh want bad blood. That's what he is, Skip. And so that's okay that everybody's not meant to be friends. And this notion that, quarterbacks want to be everybody's friend, that's not what he wants. So if I'm you, Aaron, I ain't trying to reach out. I'm not trying to go through no intermediaries and Ndamukong, I just want to just put this all behind us. We in the same, I want to protect each other. I'm not doing any of that. That man has moved on with his life. I highly recommend, Aaron, you do the exact same thing.
Can you please explain to me where this came from? What is he thinking? This is Aaron bleeping Rodgers.
Yeah.
One of the best quarterbacks ever. You think he might even be the greatest quarterback ever. He's 36 years of age. He knows how the game is played.
Yeah.
Sort of between the lines.
Yeah.
What delusion took him over to think that he was acting like they were playing church league flag football on Saturday morning, not pro football on Sunday afternoon. There is no way you're going to have a come to Jesus with Ndamukong Suh right after a game has been played. Not ever. It's not going to happen. And yet we saw that little exchange as they were walking off the field in the third quarter where he looked over his shoulder. And I think he was saying, hey, let's talk after the game. And Sue, I'm sure Sue had to process it like, you mean at the bus? You want to meet me at the bus?
What are we going to talk about?
Yeah, and as Aaron said, I'm not going to fight Ndamukong Suh. Well, he's obviously not going to fight him.
Right.
Because he would not win that fight.
Skip, I don't know if, Aaron, do you realize his history with quarterbacks, how many times he's been fined for what the NFL deems as unnecessary roughness? He literally almost took somebody's head, the quarterback's head off, Skip. And you think that he wants to be your friend? Did you see the way he hit you? Did you see that? After he got the unsportsmanlike conduct penalty, Skip, he came back in the third quarter and hit you flush. And you think that guy wants to... so what are you guys going to talk about? What is he going to apologize for? He plays that style of football. He plays to the edge. Sometimes he goes over. But he makes no apologies for that.
And then Aaron said, he told him, hey, you're old, I'm old. I don't think Sue wanted to hear that because it's like 36 years old to 33.
Right.
You're old and I'm old. Let's just talk it out. Let's have our come to Jesus. Well, Aaron, you're not a missionary. Like you're going to go save his soul after the game. I don't think that's operating.
Ndamukong Suh doesn't seem like the guy that sits down and wants to talk about some things that he's done in the past. He's good with where he is. He's like, I did what I did. I've done what I've done. I'm moving on. And guess what? I'm going to line up again, and if I get a chance to tear your head off legally, I'm going to do that.
Yeah. The only way Sue wants to bury the hatchet is bury it in your head, right? I mean, literally.
Honestly, I've never seen a quarterback react like this and says, I just want to
I've never heard of this before. What possessed him? and I always tell you, it seems like he's starting to think of winding down a little bit. This is the kind of talk you get from a quarterback who sort of what did he say about, I can see the back nine, or I'm entering the back nine. But it seems like he's seeing the 18th hole up ahead. Yeah. I got to go make peace with everybody, all my enemies.
He's like, but I didn't deem, and I'm trying to, I wasn't on the field, and he said he thought the interaction that they had, it wasn't hostile, it was cordial. I didn't get that. I didn't deem that from, like I said, I wasn't there, but looking at Ndamukong Suh, it didn't like that. Okay, okay.
Oh, sure.
Want to talk about it? Yeah. I didn't get that.
Yeah, and as you know, those post games, it's not the time.
No.
You say hello to players you played with before, players you went to college with, but it's very brief, good game.
You think Tom Brady was wanting to have a conversation with Khalil Mack after he slung him down? The last thing, as a matter of fact, Tom Brady's like, you got a flag, that's what you get. Tom ain't trying to talk to nobody. I've never seen a quarterback try to like, okay, you hit me or got a hit on me, and now all of a sudden we're going to talk about it after the game.
Plus, with all the cameras on the field, if Aaron Rodgers pursued, trotted over to Sue as he's walking off the field, said, hey, let's have a moment here.
Right.
Well, the cameras would be all over it, and people would wonder, what's happening here?
Yeah, if you want to reach out, do that behind the scenes, but don't say this publicly. But like I said, I don't know Ndamukong Suh, but they don't strike like the guy that, he's like, okay, you know what? I was wrong, bro. Let's go break bread and talk about this.
The only way players have said, let's meet after the game is out by the bus.
Yeah.
Right? And the only way.
Yeah, Aaron, the conversation that you wanted to have and the conversation that Ndamukong Suh probably was going to have with you were two different types of conversations.
Very different. It would not have gone well for Aaron Rodgers.
Hey, Aaron, let it go. I mean, you step on me, Skip. I mean, we ain't got nothing to talk about. You did that on purpose. You stepped on my calf. I think he stepped on his calf or something. And then he stepped on one of your guys' head. And
yeah.
So,
well, if Aaron is really lucky, he'll get to see Sue again in the NFC Championship game at Tampa.
I don't know if y'all gonna make it that far.
Really lucky.
I don't know if y'all gonna make it that far, but okay, I get
I don't know if y'all will make it
We're
that far.
gonna be just fine.
Yeah.
We're gonna be just fine.
We weren't Sunday.
That's okay.
This feels very.
We're gonna do something y'all couldn't do, beat Chicago. That's what we gonna do.
I'm very intrigued by this. I agree. You guys made it even more alarming. We're just gonna talk it out, hug it out after the game. It's very odd. You just wouldn't see that from Tom. That's really a good point, guys. But the Packers are one of this week's featured games when they take on the Texans in the free-to-play Super 6 contest. And Terry Bradshaw is putting $1 million up for grabs again this week. All you have to do is correctly predict the outcome.